Oh shit, hold on. I forgot to do something very important. Just to move my camera, my laptop. Sorry about that. I'm so distracted with other things that I gotta do that crucial step. In case, hello everyone, hello everyone, my name is Zach and welcome to the live stream of Just Cause 1 my 1% playthrough. Today, we're going to be making some more progress today. In fact, we're going to be getting a few achievements today. Something that I wanted first to bring up, which is the achievement. I'm going to pull this up. Let's actually go ahead and show off these achievements. The Takeover Missions, Takeover Achievements. These are actually only for the Takeover Missions for the Montano settlements. So we have 30 takeover missions and 45 takeover missions. These are all for doing the Montano settlement stuff. So I imagine, see how many we are. I'm assuming 45 is the most amount of settlements that we have in total. So there's 15, there's 30, so 30 is the first achievement, and 15 is the second. It leads up to the second achievement. So whatever we have left in remainder, I'm kind of doing the weird math, but I'll try and figure it out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so there's 15 there. 16, 17, 18. So I think if I'm doing my math right, if I do 3 more takeover missions for the Montanos, I will actually get the 30 takeover missions. I don't want to do them all, then we'll get the 45 one. If I am doing my math right, that is. But yeah, in relation to what happened last stream, I actually kind of rage quit a bit because I was struggling with doing this this military camp, which is kind of bullshit. I honestly fucking hate tanks in this game, mainly because they're not easy to take care of. And they can fucking stun lock you, which is really fucking annoying. They can literally just spam, they can literally attack you 3 times in a row. You can't move, can't do anything, can't fire a gun, and you're dead. So I think that from this point forward, we are only going to be doing military camps if we absolutely need to, and instead we're going to be completing the liberating stuff with doing the government settlements and doing the side missions. While we're on our way over to this settlement thing, we're gonna go for the achievement for the side quest. Just trying to like farm that out. There is something that I do want to discuss. Yesterday I had someone that was talking to me through most of the stream. She was an artist, claiming that she had an idea for how to get my channel to grow. So give me 1 second. Okay, so it's a good thing I checked because my Elgato is not working properly. Of course it is. Properties, deactivate, activate. Okay, still not working. So we're gonna have to unplug it and plug it back in. Okay, guys, working now. I have no idea why it does that. My Elgato just randomly disconnected. So far, I like caught it like at the beginning of the stream, but it's really frustrating that it does that. Anyway, yesterday I had someone come into my stream and said that she quote unquote had an idea for how to get my channel to grow. We started talking for most of the thing. I thought she was a normal person. I thought she was someone that wanted to help. But I made it clear that I was not looking to hire any artists. I said that a few times, and apparently she didn't listen, or she didn't hear me, or she misunderstood me. Neither of which is my fault. But when I started talking with her after the stream, it made it clear, like I made it clear that I'm not looking to hire any artists. And so, wait, you didn't say that before. I thought we were agreeing to work together. Blah 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 blah. I said I'm not looking to hire any artists. I said, oh well, you should have made that clear. And it said you said you had an idea that could help me grow my channel. What's the idea? She never once told me what her fucking idea was. And she instead just posted her artwork to try and like showcase her talents, and I made it fucking clear that I'm not looking to hire anyone. And as soon as I said that last time, she said, okay, bye. This fucking shit happens so much where every single time I get a new follower, it's always a fucking artist looking for a new client. I'm so fucking tired of that shit. I can never encounter anyone normal. It's always a fucking artist. Like, it's so frustrating because they just follow me, they talk me up, they try and butter me up, they try and act on good terms just so they can try and get me as a new client. And whenever I say that I'm not interested, they immediately unfollow me. Like, what the fuck is that bullshit? Like, I haven't been able to grow in my channel in a while because every single time I try and I get a follower, it's always a fucking artist looking for a new client. Like, I can't get anyone normal. I just don't get it. Apologies for ranting like that, but it literally makes no fucking sense why people just keep on coming to my channel and just trying to like butter me up, trying to like talk nice to me, trying to be friends with me, and then they always have an ulterior motive. I fucking hate that shit and I do not understand it. I just do not understand it at all. Like, that is honestly just so fucking scummy and deceptive. That is like a deceptive strategy. To try and like talk someone up to try and act like you're friends with them, and then immediately just tell them to fuck off when you find out they're not going to be able to make any money from them. Every single artist that I've encountered so far does a shit, and it fucking pisses me off. Fucking so many artists are just so fucking greedy. It's just infuriating. I just don't get it.
I'd love to help you, senor, but I'm busy. Adios.
No, I don't want to do delivery. Give me something new. Oh, you almost just crashed into me. And it's go back and turn in this quest. I'm actually kind of glad that we're kind of like nearing the end of this playthrough. It'll be the first. I mentioned this so many times before, but this will be the first time I completed a Just Cause game. Apparently, though, the game's gonna get worse as it kind of goes along. I thought Just Cause 3 was pretty good, and from when I played Just Cause 4, it seemed like a fun game. But apparently, Just Cause 4 is viewed as a worse game. Yeah, that wasn't it. I guess we can try and do this again. I actually blew that one up.
Hit the ground, soldiers!
Yeah, unfortunately I can't I have to continue. I fucking hate this fucking takeover. Yeah, so just go and extract. I'm not under attack, game. I'm not under attack, I just spawned. Oh my god, you fucking dumbass. Thank you. Yeah, I'm just getting sick to my gut. I'm just not gonna do military camps anymore. Tanks are just too fucking broken. Like, it's just... The fact that if they hit you once, they can just chain their shots and you just cannot fucking survive, it's stupid. The thing is, like, you would think that Elgato would be like an easy thing to be able to manage, but it's actually not. Because they have anti-air guns and tanks against your airborne vehicles. Yeah, let's go and save here, and guess we'll go ahead and see if we can do another side quest.
All citizens,
Kind of wish I knew what what safe houses gave drops. Guess I can find out. See, just cause one safe houses what has helicopter. Really wish it told me. Oh, let's just go ahead and extract to 304. Oldie but goodie.
You want a good time?
Please, honey, this is no life for you. Run away with me and bring all the girls I know.
That gyrocopter cannot come fast enough, I'll tell you that. Been downloading some Pokemon ROM hacks actually. Downloaded a couple like Pokemon ROM hacks trying to try them out. There's one that I found that is essentially Pokemon Emerald but with Gen 2 graphics and sprites. And it's actually been kind of interesting. Like, not much of the story has really changed. There's been some changes, but it's by and large still Gen 3 just with Gen 2 graphics, and it's been kind of interesting. It's been kind of like it's like a unique take on the game. I will say, some of the sprites, the new Gen 2 sprites for Gen 3 Pokemon just look so funny to me. If you hear my dog barking, I'm sorry about that. I can't really do anything about it. Also, it's been on my mind for a while, I just haven't really had a chance to address it. I really do apologize for not being able to stream the full 4 hours past a few streams. The only close I've been able to consistently get to is Borderlands 3. It's been my ability to stream the full 4 hours is primarily due to my motivation at the time. A lot of times I have a lot of stuff going on in my life that kind of makes me like not as motivated to sit down and play for the full 4 hours. Something that would help is if I had an active audience that I was constantly engaging with, but I don't really have an active audience. Like, I'm really gonna do that. But also, I'm constantly aware of things coming up in the game that I'm just wanting to put off and procrastinate a bit. That's another reason why I've been unable to stream the full 4 hours. I'm also aware of things coming up in the game story and how like especially for like Borderlands 3, because I know what's coming up in Borderlands 3, and I know like what areas I will have to do in Borderlands 3. So it will just I just kind of want to put them on because I don't want to be I had to like end an area halfway through. So like all that kind of stuff, all that kind of factors into why I've been under mostly the full hours. But it's just mostly due to my motivation. It's just kind of really hard to stay motivated and play these games for a certain amount of time when when there's kind of like a lot of stuff, a lot of factors in my life that are just kind of like distracting, a lot of factors in the game that is distracting. I mentioned at the beginning of last stream that I kind of had something happen recently, like on Tuesday, that completely just fucking stressed me out so much. So like I mentioned like in yesterday's stream that I kind of had something happen recently where I had the opportunity to speak at an event where I was at the prime focus on it, and it was really kind of stressful for me because I'd never been at a position where I was at the center of attention. And it's been really, it really kind of fucked me up a bit because I did not handle some of that stuff well. And I kind of really regret how I handled that professionally. And let's see what we can do here.
This is the Policia! Stop right there! Freeze! Now! This is the Policia! Alto! Policia!
This is a bug mission. Can't actually complete this. This is just fucking fantastic. The freaking gas station, another rendition of the gas station that's also bugged. Alright.
¡Alto! ¡Policía! ¡Policía! ¡Stop!
Go ahead and try and do this one. If you can get an easy one to do. I don't know why he's speaking so softly. No, we're not doing this one. We're not doing a delivery. We're not doing a delivery. Get me a kill. Let's see.
Stop right there, citizen.
Where's this taking me? Oh, back over there, you suck. Okay. That's fine.
¡Alto! ¡Policía!
I love how I said government soldier, but it's really just a Montano cartel member.
¡Halt, citizen!
It should liberate the area, though, as a positive.
Stop right there!
And do it. Which direction do I go? Let's stick to the right. Back up.
Right there!
I'm hitting all kinds of things. It's a miracle my car isn't on fire yet.
Halt, citizen!
Big mistake, senor.
This is the policía! Stop right there!
We're almost there.
This is the policía! Stop right there!
Will you get the fuck out of my way, please? That's actually a very nice car from Montano for a gang car. Dude, I can't get out of this ditch. There we go. Should be able to liberate now.
This is the policia! Stop right there! Stop right there!
This is a very nice car. Actually handles decently well for just cause one vehicle, which is a high praise. It's a high praise. There's not that many good vehicles that control well. You fucking dumbass. You fucking dumbass, man. Okay, well, you made. What the fuck? Province liberated. Provincia de Osvaldo Guzman. Go ahead and gonna extract to Rioja Forgan. I still want to try that thing that I was talking about last stream, my experiment, see if it'll work. And again, I'm gonna hold off on telling you what I want to try until we're actually about to do it. But in theory, it may work. There's actually multiple options to kind of handle this game, this upcoming mission. And again, like this game is essentially like a sandbox game. You can technically like handle an objective any way you want, so long as you complete the objective. Like, a few missions ago, like several missions ago actually, when I assassinated the chief of police on top of a yacht, you could actually board that yacht and shoot the entire thing up if you wanted to. I just decided to snipe him because I thought it'd be more fun that way. So like there's so many missions in this game where you're just free to do it however you want. In fact, once we get the gyrocopter unlocked, we're actually gonna be kind of doing pretty much every single liberation mission with a gyrocopter just to make it easier for us. And we're gonna be completely able, like we shouldn't have any trouble with doing anything with regarding the liberation stuff. once we get the gyrocopter, and we also won't have any problem with the races, assuming the trick works where we can just use the gyrocopter to do the races. There is so much, there are so many ways where you can handle like the missions of these games. And yeah, there's some parts to this game where it's very linear, where there's only like one way to handle things. But surprisingly, a lot of the missions in this game are very open-ended. You can do it in whatever order and whatever way you want. Like, you have complete liberty to handle things in whatever way you want, so long as you complete the objectives. And in some ways, this series is kind of similar to Crackdown, the game that kind of defines the sandbox genre. I have no idea if or when I'm going to cover the Crackdown. I probably will cover the Crackdown series at some point. That is a series I've been kind of interested in, and I have played Crackdown 3. So before I cover that game, I do want to cover Crackdown 1 and Crackdown 2. I just haven't really found a reason to actually kind of play those games. Those games are not really high on my priority list right now. Like, the next 6 games I cover on this channel have essentially already been decided. Like, I know more or less what I want to cover the next 6 games.
¡Ave María Purísima!
Despite like how mindless these Takeover missions are, I'd much rather like do missions like this than doing that freaking one where I have to worry about the tank. The tanks are so frustrating. Yeah, actually, see, so we should have like 2 safe houses left before we get the 30 takeover things achievements. I want to count how many safe houses we've actually taken over for the Rioja. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Okay, so I was fucking right on the money. We're just missing 13 safe houses. Yeah. So definitely the stream will be getting the takeover achievement done. Well, one of them, there's still 45, the 45 one we have to do. I'm gonna extract back to Rioja, Oregon. Gonna have to do 2 side missions for this once again, just to make sure that we get the max rewards. I have a Forza habit where whenever I'm playing games, I like to have like videos playing on my phone as white noise. And I was just about to go to my phone just to like browse YouTube to find like a video to play. I have no idea why I want to do that. I've never tried to do that habit. Try to redo that, try and like reinforce that habit, I guess I could say. I've never like attempted to do that in a live stream before, but I was about to. I was ready to just pull it out my phone just to browse YouTube. No idea why. Usually I kind of do that when I'm playing a game like or playing like a farming game. I mainly kind of do that like for games where there's like a lot of side content that I have to like farm out. Like for example, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Assassin's Creed Shadows, Disney Dreamlight Valley. Mainly do it for those games. I was playing this game this morning. There's a Minecraft server that I often play called Cube, and I mainly play the prison server on it. I'm actually they have like this mode on prison server called Elysium, which is sort of like a survival-esque thing. And they have like these objectives you have to complete as part of rebirth quests, where once you get to max rank you can just rebirth to complete a challenge to reset your rank and do it all over again. Anyway, I remember when I first started playing this reset, I kind of got stuck on this mission where I had to deliver like 15 golden apples to 15 NPCs in this area called Elysium. And at the time, I either had no armor at first, and then when I realized that I was getting shredded by the enemies, I decided to just craft diamond armor, and that wasn't enough to help me survive. Where am I going? Oh, the wrong way. So I ended up kind of giving up on that for a bit, and then like several months later, almost a year later, I got back on, and I was just kind of complaining, I guess, about like how tough these enemies are and how I just can't kill them to deliver the NPCs, and I kept on dying over and over and over again. And eventually someone was generous enough to give me a full set of special set of armor in the game, and I was actually able to survive a lot more, and I was actually able to complete that quest for the first time, and I've been making like so much progress. Unfortunately the game's gonna reset in like a month or so, so all my progress will be reset, but it's been kind of interesting being able to progress. And today I had a similar quest to that golden apple quest I was kind of struggling with in several months ago, where I had to deliver like 15 adamant fragments to 15 NPCs. And I will say, after like delivering items to those NPCs once before, I had so much an easier time navigating Elysium than I did the first time around, because I knew more or less where everything was. Like before, I used to get so lost trying to navigate like where anything was in that game, but kind of explored that place so much that I kind of like understand like where everything is, and it's honestly kind of a nice feeling to actually get to a point where I can actually I can actually know my way around. It's something that I didn't think would actually happen. It's so hard for me to turn the things just slightly to the right. In GTA, I think GTA 5, you can actually like tap the bumpers when you're flying a helicopter, just tilt the tail of the helicopter over to the right or left, which makes like landing so much easier. But it's so difficult to land in this game because this game doesn't have those features.
Hey, honey, you want me to show you a good time?
Ah, so much about productive little island you have not experienced yet, Senor Rico. So now's your chance. You do a little exchange for us, you enjoy the scenery.
Come back soon. We always get new stuff in for discerning hombres like you.
My friend, as the Riojas get stronger, their enemies grow more annoying. How about helping us have one less enemy, hmm? See your PDA if you like to do that for us.
¡Refrescos! ¡Refrescos! ¡Refrescos!
Shit, how long was I muted for? I honestly don't know.
A cartel is always expanding, but it expands so much better when we just take what we want, no? I'll send you something that El Mundo wants you to take, if you can fit it into your busy schedule, my friend.
I really don't know how long I was muted for, so I really do apologize if I'm muted for a long time.
A little target practice, senor? We have someone in mind for you. Just a quick whack, and the boss will be so grateful. Check your PDA if it interests you.
That's been kind of happening a lot lately, to be honest. Like either like I forget to unmute my mic or I forget to unmute the gameplay. Like I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. I fully acknowledge that. Be kind of arrogant for someone to act like that they're perfect in every way and they never make mistakes because everyone makes mistakes. I think I just quoted Taylor Swift or someone. Okay, so we have done 2 missions for this real. Yes, it is real settlement. I was thinking it was gorilla for some reason. Alright, so let's go ahead and do some more liberation stuff. Gonna be doing this one over here, the one by the airport, and we'll unlock a new safe house. We're gonna be doing these 2 over here, and then we'll do some side quests to try and like take care of those. How close am I to getting a rank? Let's see, that is 370 points away. We are 200, oh wait, no. 120 points away from advisor. I am actually gonna stop at a safe house. We're actually gonna stop at the one right there near the center, about halfway to the location. This game does look beautiful, but I would say that it does really like hold up today with the games that are out today, but it still looks beautiful for a 360 game. I was actually kind of talking to someone, because there is kind of like a real threat of Xbox kind of dying, especially with some of the questionable decisions the head of Xbox is doing and the head of Xbox is saying. They're supposed to be a competitor for PlayStation, but they're acting like they're a competitor of Atari, and they're being a fucking dumbass. And the unfortunate thing is, there's a real threat that there won't be Xbox whatever when the PS6 comes out, which may be coming soon. We don't know, hasn't been announced yet, but it's really kind of sad that we kind of have like so many things are just kind of questionable right now. I think one of the dumbest things that the head of Xbox says was that his competitor was TikTok, not PlayStation, not Sony, but TikTok, which is just so fucking stupid. You're a video game company. TikTok is not. It's a social media company, technically. Your competitor is not a social media company, so I have no idea why you said it was. Like, that's just how stupid like the head of Xbox is being. And the thing is, I was talking to someone, one of my friends online. I don't know if they're ever gonna do this, but the fact they're closing down support for like the shop for Xbox 360 makes kind of calls into question of if they're gonna close down support for achievements for Xbox 360 games. There is a lot of games I have covered on Xbox 360 that I'm planning on covering on this channel. This game is one of them. If they decide, hey, we're gonna get rid of all the achievements for all of the 360 games, I would be pissed off. I would be so pissed off. Because there's so many games on 360 that I haven't been able to cover yet. And if they remove all the achievements for all of those games, I would be pissed. I would be pissed. The thing is, there is a game on Xbox One called The Rare Replay that I haven't worked on in a while, but I will be working on eventually. Where, it has 360 games in its collection. Rare 360 games in its collection. And, am I going that way? Kind of. And if they make it so that you can't get achievements for 360 games, then I can't complete the Rare Replay, because the 360 Xbox 360 games, kind of repeated myself a bit there. They make progress. You get stamps by completing achievements, If fucking Xbox closes the support for achievements for 360, then I can't 100% that game that I've been working on for a while. It's just so fucking stupid what Xbox is doing, and I, as someone that has been defending Xbox to my dying days, if they are stupid enough to, if they are fucking stupid enough to remove close support for achievements on Xbox 360 games, I think that'll be the dumbest fucking decision in the history of dumbest fucking decisions. There are people who have died doing stupid things that have earned Darwin Awards as a little thing, a little website where people can attribute like rewards for people who die doing stupid things. And it's like a sort of like a play on like Charles Darwin's theory, survival of the fittest. That these idiots died doing stupid things because they weren't really the fittest, or they weren't really the smartest. If Xbox closes support for achievements on Xbox 360, even though it may not seem like a big deal to some, it's a big deal to me, and that would be the dumbest fucking decision in the history of gaming. That would earn them Darwin Award, or the equivalent to one, in my opinion. That may be a very controversial statement, but it is something that I actively believe in. I have been playing Xbox since I was maybe like 10 years old, like in the 2000s. I would be pissed. I would be so pissed if they close down support for achievements. There's been like so many questions. I get so much flack with my circle of friends because like a lot of my friends, they're primarily PlayStation players. I get so many flack from my friends for defending Xbox. But I can't really defend them if they do something that's stupid. We can try and do that guerrilla. We can try and do that military camp. See if we can do it. Like, a lot of them are kind of easy, but I'm not gonna like give it like more than 2 or 3 tries. Like if we get to a point where we literally can't progress because we got a fucking annoying tank that just is just completely on our ass at all times, then yeah, we're not gonna go for it. He's gonna do a side quest to complete it. Is there a helicopter here?
One more time.
Maybe.
I don't care if it is breakfast time. The rum.
Yeah, then... No, there's not a helicopter here. I thought this was a helipad. I actually thought it was a helipad. I was watching a video this morning, kind of like someone like kind of doing like a video essay of sorts of like design of the Gen 2 games. A lot of people kind of give that game shit for like kind of being too easy, all this kind of stuff, and being like badly designed, all this kind of stuff. But apparently there's like a lot of lore implications that kind of make it seem like that Gen 2 is actually kind of well designed. Hold on. Third left. Yeah, third left. But I was watching a video where apparently like Gen 2 was actually kind of well designed because it actually kind of had like a lot of like important lore that kind of builds on the characters that most players have actually missed. And I was just kind of had that playing in the background while I was working on something this morning, and but what I was hearing was actually kind of fascinating. Because like for every single gym leader, there's like hidden lore thing about them, like talking to certain characters or interacting with the environment. That kind of indicates that of like a sort of like a secret with their story, which I think is actually kind of cool. Like pretty much like everyone like could have kind of pieced together like what's her name? Not Karen. I can't remember the dragon gym leader in Gen 2. It's not Karen. It's not Karen. That's a dark type Elite 4 member. Oh god, it's gonna bother me. But the dragon type gym leader in Gym 2 is what I'm talking about. And pretty much everyone could figure out like, oh, she doesn't really think that we deserved, we're ready for gym, we're ready for a gym badge and all this kind of stuff, and that we just kind of won by a fluke. And then we kind of had to do like another test by answering like a quiz from like this dragon master in a cave, and then she acknowledges our skills. So like all this kind of like little lore, little things about like this. You know, I'm gonna look up her name. It's gonna drive me crazy. And the thing is that once I just find her name, I'm just gonna feel so dumb. Pokemon Gen 2, who is the dragon gym leader? Claire, that's her name, Claire. Pretty much everyone can kind of like figure out like what Claire's story is because that's just been kind of like spelled out to us. But apparently, like every single gym leader, every single Elite 4 member, every like major character, even Kurt kind of has some like a hidden lore to him, which is just kind of fascinating to me. Like Kurt, the guy that you go to make these crappy balls out of apricots. Or apricorns, I should say. Yeah, he has a story. He has some hidden lore. He has some lore that is actually kind of interesting to listen to kind of discover.
This is the Policia! Stop right there!
The thing is, like, pretty much every single Pokemon game, except for maybe some of the recent ones, they do have some in-depth lore for some of the characters, for some of the, for the land, for the, for the characters and all this kind of stuff. Even like Gen 9 Paldea, they did try and like write a complex history for the region they can learn about in class. But they don't really do much with it. You can kind of see rumors of the past civilization, but they don't really do much with it.
War against the government dogs?
Fuck on this government!
I honestly kind of dislike Gen 10. Maybe, probably like a milquetoast take. A lot of people kind of hate on Gen 9, I should say. a lot of people hate on Gen 9, but me personally, like, the reason why I dislike it is not really because like, I'm not really because of like anything related to gameplay or anything like that. I just kind of feel that open world Pokemon games don't really work that well. And again, that may be like a very controversial take. Why is it so fucking loud? It is so fucking loud. Fucking stop, please. Like, I believe that an open world Pokemon game could work in theory if it's handled well, and unfortunately for Paldea, it just wasn't really handled well. I think that one thing they could do to try to make it better, they open up the entire map to you. They open up the entire map to you. From the beginning, like, it's pretty much as soon as you finish up the prologue by once you unlock the treasure hunt area, the entire map is open up to you. But there, you can't really like go to like the, for example, like the final gym leader is Grusha, ice type gym leader on top of like a mountain. You can't fight Grusha from the beginning with like level 10 Pokemon, because not only will the Pokemon up on the mountain be a higher level, like level 40s, but Grusha is pretty much will remain to be the hardest trainer, hardest gym leader before the Elite Four. And the fucking devs didn't think about that. There's a YouTuber that kind of showed that off where they were kind of showing off where they kind of went up to Grusha at fresh out of the gonna wait for this because it's also loud. He fought Grusha like straight out of school, like level 10 Pokemon, and he completely got his ass stomped. And fucking if the devs and Nintendo just weren't fucking morons, they would have just made the trainers, the gym trainers, gym leaders, actually scale to your level, because that's something that's never been done, and they had the perfect opportunity to do that with Gen 9, but for whatever reason they didn't. I do think that if they were able to accomplish that, if they're able to kind of make not only make a game open world, but kind of make gym leaders scale to your level, it could be a very successful game. Like Gen 9 could have been like a very solid game if you could actually do that, but unfortunately you can't. It's just really fucking disappointing. And that's like, if they were to change that one aspect, I get the feeling people would be more willing to kind of look over the other glaring issues, like the bugs and the glitches that just completely line that. What the hell was that guy doing? That completely lined all over that game. I get the feeling if they kind of include like gameplay features like that, a lot of players may be willing to overlook some of the more glaring issues of the game, but they kind of miss a mark. There's been some rumors, and as it stands right now, I cannot stress that it just remains to be rumors. But there are some rumors of a Gen 10 game being in the works as supposedly going to be sort of like a fresh take on the series. Tell me if you heard that one before. Where where do I go from here? First thing on the series where you kind of get like a seedling for a starter Pokemon that can evolve into like different types of Pokemon. And for once, like, apparently according to this leak that I saw, or this rumor that I saw, like, it's not going to be limited to grass starter, fire starter, water starter. You could get like a seedling that evolves into a dragon type, from what I understand. And it's another like island nation thing, like Alola, the Alola region. I think that this leak is just kind of bullshit, because I think I've seen that leak somewhere before, like a couple generations ago. I don't think it's going to lead anywhere. I don't think that it's going to be that way, mainly because of the fact that I have no faith in Game Freak to actually make a solid Pokemon game anymore. They've been kind of botching this games. I will admit, like, Sun and Moon was a great game, but Gen 6 that came before it, Gen 8 and Gen 9, were just horrible. I kind of liked Sword and Shield, though. Like, despite its problems, I did kind of enjoy my time playing Sword and Shield. It's just, I can't deny that there were some problems. And especially when I tried to play it again recently. Like, I don't know what the hell was going on, but the game is so fucking laggy now that it just takes like a solid like 5 minutes or 10 minutes just to beat a Pokemon, because the input delay, input lag is just so slow. As soon as I click a move to attack, it takes like a solid couple, like a minute or two for the move to go in place, and for the enemy wild Pokemon or the enemy trainer Pokemon to take their turn. And I have no idea what the hell is happening with that, like why it's that way. But this glitch is also present in Scarlet and Violet, and I don't understand it. How can there be a glitch of the same thing in two different Pokemon games? Glitches are exactly the same in like two different Pokemon games, two different generations, and I don't understand it. Like, I've been like playing Pokemon games like since Gen 1. Really, I didn't really like buy Gen 1. I think my first generation was actually Gen 3, actually. But I played all of the gens at this point. Except for Black and White 2. I played Black and White 1, but I haven't played Black and White 2. But yeah, like, I played all of the gens. I've been a huge Pokemon fan for most of my life. But I will admit, when the game has problems, it has problems. I'm not gonna like pretend it doesn't. I don't know why it's so fucking loud. Let's go ahead and do a side quest. I'm not gonna like do that camp. I was thinking about it, but we're already close enough to getting a level. I think it'd be faster just to do a side quest. We're gonna need to fast travel to the Rio thing, but we should be fine. Just in case we do kind of struggle with the camp because of fucking tanks suck, it's gonna be better just to do a side quest. Got dust in my eye. I don't know if anyone ever worries about this, but it's something like it comes over my mind. Is whenever I get something in my eyes, like dust or like an eyelash or something, and I just rub my eyes, I kind of rub it so hard that sometimes I kind of wonder if it's possible that I could damage my eyeball from rubbing it so hard. I'm sure it is, I just never had it happen before. Like, I'm assuming that if you get to a point where you're, like if you have something in your eye, like glass, I guess that could be an example. If you have like glass in your eye, like a fragmented glass, and then you rub your eye, yeah, I guess that could damage your eye. The glass could, like a shard glass could like scratch up your eyeball, cause damage like that, but that's someone I want to save. That's a fucking horrifying thought. My dad has a phobia of anything to do with eyeballs. Like, if a doctor were to approach him, like if you were to like put your finger like describing like any sort of surgery, like laser eye surgery to do with the eyes, my dad would just get so squeamish about it because he just doesn't like anything to the thought of anything to do with the eyes. I remember like first time I ever experienced Dead Space 3, I was just infatuated with that the ending of the game, and I absolutely love that game. I never played the Dead Space games myself. I had no real interest in horror games at the moment, but I did kind of watch the series of it. But anyway, there's a scene in Dead Space 3, spoiler alert, but really, like, it's like a 10-year-old game, so over 10-year-old game, so not really much of a spoiler. There's a scene in Dead Space 3, and in fact it was kind of hinted at in Dead Space 2, where Isaac had to get a needle that goes right in the pupil of his eyes to inject something into his brain. And that mission, like, just freaked me out so much. I was maybe in high school then. That mission freaked me out so much because he just had a close-up of Isaac's eyes with these devices holding open his eyelids. And you could just see his eyes just kind of darting around. And you had to make sure you press A or X or whatever at the right time to trigger the needle to inject into Isaac's pupil. Because if you miss once, you pretty much get a game over because you essentially killed Isaac. And I was telling my dad, my family, that story. And we were at a family dinner at, I don't know, like maybe Applebee's, or there's a restaurant chain that used to be around. Unfortunately, I think all locations near us had closed down. But it was a restaurant chain that we used to go to called Calico Kitchen. That may have been where we were eating. But where am I? I'm the wrong way. Wait. Yeah, I'm going the wrong way. I need to go this way. Need to go this way. There's a restaurant chain called Calico Kitchen where me and my family used to eat a lot, especially when back when we were still living in paradise. Back before the Camp Wildfire burned down our home and the entire town. But anyway, I was telling my family that story about this game, Dead Space 3, and how about that mission, my dad just freaked out so much, and I couldn't even like finish like telling the story because my dad was just kind of like so squeamish and was just so like freaked out about it, and my mom thought it was hilarious. My mom was just laughing her butt off, but it's just kind of one of those things I just kind of like laugh at today. But like it just. It's this whole like story about like it's the whole like tangent of me just wanting if it could damage your eyes, but just kind of rubbing it too much. Gonna remind me of that phobia my dad has. I kind of have a few phobias myself, to be honest. Like I have a mild fear of spiders that get worse and bigger. The spider. I'm not really afraid of the daddy long legs, or really. I'm kind of like afraid of black widows, for example. But it's mainly because I know they're venomous and they can actually hurt you. If I were to see a tarantula scurry across my room, I will scream like a little fucking bitch. Little girl. Because I'm just so freaking terrified of... The bigger the spider, the worse my fear, essentially. I also have a phobia of heights and a phobia of snakes. I am terrified of snakes. And honestly, there's a lot of lizards. Well, pretty much a lizard family I'm kind of squeamish about. I don't know what it is. Like, when I was a kid, like, we used to live in the mountains. And every now and then when we wanted to go out to get firewood, there would be like a salamander, like in the firewood, because firewood was kind of moist from like the for like the morning dew or whatever, and it was just kind of like cooling off on the firewood. And I would just get so squeamish, I would get so freaked out whenever I saw a salamander in the wood, that I would just literally just I would just God, like I would just kind of refuse to like interact with anything with the wood pile until that salamander is not in the wood. That's just how scared I was. I'm not really that nervous about like lizards in general. It's just mostly snakes that just freak me out still. And it's mainly because I know what snakes can do to you. Like, the bigger the snake, the more pain they could cause you, because a lot of snakes can have a lot of strength in them, where they can like constrict around your leg and just actually some of them are strong enough to break your limbs. Break your bones in your legs if they coil around you. Like for example, like the boa constrictor, the giant freaking snakes in the Amazon. If they get around your leg and they coil around your leg is getting broken in like a million fucking pieces. That's just how strong the snakes are. And some snakes are big enough that they can actually eat or swallow a small child, which is just kind of crazy to me. I've also seen snakes that actually kind of swallow a deer, and then they have to like regurgitate it to pick it back up whenever like a predator, like a human, comes in and investigate. Because they're not gonna like leave themselves open if they kind of see like a threat to their life. They're just gonna try and like get out of there. I honestly don't know, like, there's kind of like a lot of places in the world that I would love to visit, but there's also a lot of places in the world that I would be kind of afraid to visit. The Amazon rainforest is kind of one of those things that I would just kind of be afraid to visit, and because I know how deadly it is. Beyond the fact that there's all these type of parasites that could kill you if you're not careful. God forbid if you try and pee in a river, freaking parasites in the river could just swim up your stream and into your urethra. God, I saw like a video of like a show talking about that and that thing, and it just terrified me so much. And there was a TV show, Monsters Inside You, that just freaked me out. Well, we liberated this camp by default. Just have one more liberation thing we need to do, which is this gorilla safe house, real safe house here. And then once we take that over, we'll do 2 side missions for that. We'll save, and then we'll do the main mission. I am gonna put myself actually, you know what? Never mind. I guess I was gonna put myself in be right back mode to get something to drink, but I think there's any need to. Oh, I am kind of thirsty. My mouth is a bit dry. I've been drinking coffee, but my coffee's gone. Yeah, let's go to extract to real safe house. Actually, no. Let's extract to the gorilla safe house with the car down there. Ah, itchy nose. Ah. Oh, 1409, 1317. Gonna overwrite this save. I got mad at my dad yesterday. Like, it was like maybe like 5:20. Like we were like getting ready to like go out and get something to eat. Like he offered to like take me down to Jack in the Box to get like a quick meal, and I was kind of looking forward to having like a smash Jack. Probably the healthiest for me, especially considering I'm trying to lose weight. But I kind of wanted to spoil myself. I was at a Caribbean for a shake, but somehow my dad lost his wallet, and he spent the next 30-45 minutes tearing the house upside down, looking over his car, trying to find his wallet. And I got so mad because like by the time he said, okay, you know what, let's just go ahead and go, let's just go, you can pay for it, you can pay for it. And at the time when he said let's go ahead and go, it was at 6:15, and I knew that by the time we get there, we got the food, we got back, it'd be close to 7. I had something I wanted to do at 6. So I said, just forget about it, I'll just make something here. I said, Zach, we're getting ready to go right now. I said, it's too late, like I can't, I was willing to go back in 5:20 when you first said that we were going to go. But now it's too late. So what the fuck? And we just didn't really understand like why I was saying it was too late. But it's just, there are games that I kind of like to play like in the evening. It's like PC games that I'm trying to like dedicate a certain amount of time in the day to play daily. And I always like try to set aside at 6 o'clock to 8. I'm gonna play these computer games on my PC from 6 o'clock to 8, and I was really looking forward to playing that game, those games on my computer. And I thought I would be able to like go out, get something to read, and then have enough time to like play those games. But if I went with my dad, I wouldn't be able to like play those games until probably have like an hour or so. Play those games. And my dad just didn't really understand that. And I kind of got so mad at my dad because just how the hell do you lose your wallet? Like I know where my wallet is at all times. I have it on my PS5 right now. Like, even if I were to leave it in my jeans, I will still, and I just forget about it the next day. And I take my jeans off when I'm going to sleep, and I just leave my wallet in my jeans. The next day, when I'm getting ready to leave the house, I'll still know where my wallet is. Like, it's not something I'm gonna forget. I just don't really understand how you can lose something like a wallet or a phone. Because if it's important to you, if it's something that's important to you, like I consider a wallet to be important to anyone, because it usually has their ID, it has their confidential information, like their debit cards or credit cards. You don't want to lose those things. You don't want to like leave it in the store or something for someone to steal and make transactions with your information. Like, that's kind of one of those things that is so important to you that you'll know where it is at all times. But I just don't understand how someone could lose it. And I got so mad at my dad that he somehow managed to lose his wallet. And he offered to pay for dinner. And then, like, he just kind of decided to just have me pay for it in the end. Because he couldn't find his thing. And it just honestly just kind of like pissed me off because just like it's dumb. Like I probably shouldn't have gone mad as mad as I did, but I was mad. I kind of have like a mixed relationship with my dad, to be honest. Like, admittedly, like, there's been so many times in my life I just kind of snap at my dad, and my dad doesn't really deserve it. But I'm just kind of getting, like, to a point where I'm just getting so tired of my, I'm just getting so tired of my, dad just constantly, like, he just always asks me, like, if he needs anything done. Like, I'll be upstairs watching a movie, and then he'll call me and tell me to go in the garage, which again, I'm upstairs, the garage is downstairs. My dad is in the living room, which is downstairs, like down the hall from the garage. I will literally like, my dad will literally call me to like move something in the garage, like move a box in the garage, for example. And that's something that I feel he could easily do, but instead he just has me do everything around the house. That's why I've been kind of like looking forward to the day of me just kind of moving out. Because if I'm being honest, like I'm tired of just being like having like essentially been the go-for guy for everything. Like, it's just kind of like infuriating, to be honest. That's honestly kind of why I snap at my dad. I've been snapping my dad more and more often, because like things that I feel he could easily do, he has me do instead. Like, it would take more effort for me to like the whole like garage thing. Like, if he tells me to move a box from in the garage in the house, it will take him less time to do that himself than to just call me or holler upstairs and tell me to move that box because it's much further away for me to go into the garage to my room upstairs and move a box in the house than it would be for him to do it when he's already down the hall and watching TV. It's just so frustrating. Like, it's just why, like, why do that? Like, why? I don't even think I'm being unreasonable. I've kind of had people that just kind of. I feel like that it could just be implied that I'm just being ungrateful for just kind of living on their roof for so long, but. And it's kind of one of the reasons why I've been actually wanting to move out for a while, just because I just kind of feel like I've been living on the roof for too long, but. It's also because I've been living with them for so long, shit, that was almost bad, that I'm starting to kind of get more and more upset by their character traits, I guess. The things that would have bothered me like 10, 15 minutes, 15 years ago are starting to bother me now. I'm actually kind of hoping, I've been really hoping that, especially since I got my first book published, that the income I make off my first book will be enough for me to kind of set off on my own. I kind of like owe a lot of people money right now, to be honest. And I've been losing more and more money with every single couple weeks that passes. So I'll be kind of glad once I started making like some form of income. It's just things have been kind of like really difficult lately. I'm actually, once I start like earning a paycheck from my sales, my novel sales, I'm actually gonna start putting money aside to try and like afford a cheap apartment somewhere. And I honestly think that, especially now with what's going on where I live in America right now, now it's kind of a bad time to kind of search for an apartment. If I'm being perfectly honest here, like a part of me has actually been thinking about moving to as far as Canada. Like, of all things, I've been thinking that Canada might be a nicer place to live than anywhere in America, and that may be like a very controversial statement, but with everything that's going on here, like, it just might be. Like going. I honestly wouldn't mind living in Canada, to be honest. Like, Canada's a beautiful country. Just the one thing that I'm just kind of worried about Canada is that the winters are kind of brutal, at least in some parts of it. I don't know like how much trouble, how much problems Canada has overall, like in relation to like natural disasters and frequently natural disasters. The East Coast, especially like the states around in and around Florida and the United States, they frequently have issues with hurricanes. And I think some parts of the West Coast also has issues with hurricanes. I don't really where I live in California. I don't really have issues with hurricanes, but apparently some of the coastal cities do. But I think that I remember hearing something about like some provinces of Canada having issues with wildfires because of the drier weather. So that also ties into global warming, which, contrary to some people's beliefs, it is an actual problem, and we should absolutely be doing something about it. It's just, fortunately, America is not doing anything about it now because we're kind of being run by an idiot. Kind of pulled out of all the green deals that Obama started, and Biden continued. Okay, so this channel is not the place to talk about politics, but it's just something that's been happening in my area lately. It's affecting me, so it could affect you too. Wait, where is this? Whoa, what are you doing, you dumbass? Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, God, that was way sharper turn than I would like. I'm trying to land right next to those freaking garages, and you are not making it easy for me. I remember, like, back in the beginning of this series, like a misunderstanding I had. Like, kind of tied to, like, what I thought was the case when my last playthrough of this game. I remember thinking that there was, like, a black market dealer I was supposed to buy guns with, and then I found out, no, and just get new guns from the guerrilla safe houses once you level up their things.
Very important job for you, senor. Too important for the usual idiots and Mondo usually employs. Check out the PDF.
No, we're not doing this.
Got some free time, my friend? How about some fun? Here's someone for in Mondo. He's so busy and he'd be so appreciative. I'll send you the info.
I'd love to help you, senor, but I'm busy. Adios, huh?
Hey, baby, wanna come to my Montano? Stop! El criminal! We are under attack!
Stop it. Stop it. It's going like a little monster truck.
Please don't hurt me. Hey, baby. You want...
What's our Wii to get in level now? Ooh, we're close. $34, $5, $6. Honestly, like, we could just, like, grind out this level if we wanted to, we're just not going to.
Company?
Time for another of our special exchange trips. Not quite the exchange trips they do at school, huh? Check out your PDA, senor.
Helado! Helado!
No, we're not doing delivery.
Hey, honey.
Some bastard has put a stone in Edmondo's shoe. He very much like you to take care of the idiota who put it there, eh? I sent you all you need to know.
Very good. Enjoy your purchase, amigo.
Hey, Bobby. I've been such a bad girl.
Okay, let's go and use vehicle. Cheer. Come on.
Stop right there! Halt, citizen! Alto! Policía!
Okay, let's go and turn this quest in, then we'll get ready for the next main mission.
This is the police!
Ave Maria Purísima! Something's fighting! Fire at will!
Step lively!
Extraction! Let's go ahead and extract to Gorilla 26.
Chinga, loco!
Okay. Gonna save and then we'll extract to that mission. I need to pee before we do that, so we're gonna take a be right back thing, so hold on. I won't be right back. Alright, mission time, mission time, mission time. Ugh. Let's just do it. Going in blind, but that's fine. In 1 second. Big money, no whammy, stop. Hold on, I want to check something. For some reason, the dialogue was really quiet from those mission givers. The audio in this game is just very weird. Like, sometimes it's very quiet and sometimes it's very loud. There's no consistency to it. This is our mission number 15 of 17, I think. So this will be our... Hold on, is that correct? That's not right, is it? There's 17 missions, and this is our 15th one. Are we on the last 3 missions of the campaign? Dude, I could do without the fucking ads game. No, there's 19, not 17. There's 19 missions. So we are on the last 5, so 15, 16, 17. Okay. That's fine. Not at the end yet, but we're getting there. In fact, after this mission, there'll be 4 left.
See this? Mendoza Airport, in the resort area of Paraiso Medellino.
Home to his private fleet of jets and choppers. And today, the world's biggest marketplace for illegally traded arms. Gonna be lots of babes there, Rico. Demoing their abs and the latest in high-tech weaponry. You're gonna love it.
You do know me, Kane.
But... also in attendance, El Presidente's offspring, Luis and Tommaso. One pair of real sickos. The Riojas and the guerrillas want them out of the picture. Don't disappoint them.
Heads up. A chopper is due to go to the fair soon, Rico. The pilot is headed there right now. Go and take his place. Then you can hover over the fair unnoticed and in style.
Dude, can you just fucking drive normally?
You watch out!
Dude, you drive like a stereotypical Asian. I'm sorry, but you do. I don't care. That was a slightly racist comment. Stereotypes are stereotypes. I'm following where the helicopter is so I can fly the helicopter to the airport. Okay, we got to the airport. Trying to shoot the targets, the what the fuck hit me? Trying to take down the AA gun so I can land it, so I can have an easy way out when I kill the targets. That's my strategy right now. Well, it wasn't really my plan to just gun them down like that. I was gonna use a rocket launcher. That was my strategy. But I guess we worked it out. I need a faster vehicle though.
Something's fighting! Fire!
Dude, can you just get... Oh my god, I'm stuck again. Go 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 go.
Stop right there, citizen!
Get the fuck out of here!
Stop right there! Alco! Alco! This is the police! Stop right! We are under fire! No! Move out, man! There! Look! Shoot him! Hit the dirt!
Dude, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Where do I go from here?
Stop right there, citizen! This is the policia! Stop right there!
Went the wrong way. That had to go straight, but I needed to stick to the right. I get the feeling Mendoza is gonna be freaking pissed when we kill him. When we see him again. Oh yeah, he's pissed. Oh yeah. You got a new heavy drop. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that race that we couldn't do so long ago. On those agency safe houses. I think it's you.
Hola. It's a hot day, no? And getting hotter.
Gyrocopter.
You lost, hombre? Very easy to get lost here.
¡Ah, pendejo! ¡Take him out! Hold! Stop!
Stop right there, citizen!
Ah, dang it. I can't get it to work. Should work.
Hola, señor.
I'm here.
Freeze, citizen! This is the police! Policia! Stop!
Dude, this fucking thing is not doing what I want to do. Oh my god, really?
No, please, senor, I have many children.
Okay, well, we got it to work, kind of. Guess we need to be lower. Come on. That should work once, I just can't get it work again. It's very finicky.
Alco! Alco! This is the police! This is the policía! Stop right there!
¡Atención, generales! ¡Ave María Purísima!
Dude, what the fuck? Oh my god, are you serious? Are you fucking serious, man? It's not triggering the checkpoints. Oh my god, my heart is racing.
Freeze, citizen! This is the police!
My heart is racing so much. This is the furthest I've ever gone. After like hundreds of tries. This is the furthest I've ever gone. Oh my god, we did it. We did it. We did it. Oh my god, it's a miracle. It is a fucking miracle. Praise Jesus. Hallelujah. Amen. That is a fucking... That is insane. It really was easier with the gyrocopter. Hallelujah. Amen. Praise Jesus. Oh, the Southern anachronisms. Let's see here. I can see. I think the only other ones that we have available is that one there. It's a fucking miracle. I didn't know, like, it's all that left side of the map. Okay. I think that once we do this race, I think I'm good enough to just kind of wrap things up right now. Because we already like did a lot more than I was actually thinking we were gonna do. Actually, no. We're gonna wrap up the collectibles and the races. We might as well just get those taken care of so we don't have to worry about them later. Let's do it. We won't wrap up the races, but we'll wrap the collectibles. Dude, my body is shaking right now. Like I'm just freaking shaking like a leaf. That was so stressful. Stop fucking grabbing the fucking thing.
Maybe I should retire. Take this up.
Jesus Christ. Trying to grab the helicopter and trying to parachute. Dude, this thing is fast. Holy shit. Just go in, thank you. Jesus. I'm done on time.
Stop right there.
Dude, are you fucking kidding me? I fucking lost because I couldn't trigger the checkpoints. God damn it. Okay. Let's do it again. Wasn't really that bad. It's just hard to maneuver this thing. We need to make tight turns. I was right there too, and just couldn't trigger the checkpoints. Okay, let's get a better fucking angle on this. Are we doing this again? Seriously? Are you seriously doing this again? Are you seriously doing this again?
I heard you, cabron. Now you better come out.
Dude, are you serious?
You put your hands behind your head now, senor. God, no!
Anytime you want to start. Okay, well, it's actually probably good at a reset. Yeah, this fucking helicopter is so finicky. It does make these races easier. It's just stupid that it doesn't cooperate at times. Let's actually try and do it with the vehicle we're supposed to do it. At least this track seems much more manageable than the mountain track that we did before. Ow.
Policía! Stop!
Okay, that was easy. Yeah, let's go ahead and finish up all the collectibles in this area. In this game, I should say. So there's one there, and one there. I think that's it.
Stop right there!
Overall, this has been a very productive stream.
Best way to see the country.
I'm kind of surprised that Agency Gyrocopter doesn't have any missiles or weapons on it. And I usually seem to have a Chimera at this base, so we can just use this. I also appreciate how fast this helicopter is. This helicopter is just like a rocket. It's actually on top of this mountain. It's actually on the foot of this mountain. Trying to land in this dirt over here. Seven of 10 black. Is that all I have left? Is black boxes? Yeah, we just have black boxes left. That's interesting. an eye on that mini map. And can land on that beach. Not 8 out of 10. Oh, there's 8 out of 10. Oh, there's another one here. Okay. Alright, I thought there's 3 left. There's 4. I thought there was... Yeah, that's correct. Yeah. I confused myself. Happens a lot. Am I going the right way? Yeah, it's actually straight across. A little bit to the right. That looks like a mission location, that little factory right there.
Alto! Policía!
I highly doubt this factory just exists with nothing tied to it. This looks like a definitive mission location. Just way out in the area, like no real purpose it serves.
Stop right there! Stop right there! Stop right there, citizen!
And 9 of 10. Amazed by Alan Clapton and blow up there. Go this way. More to the left. Straight across. we're near the end of the stream. Just want to grab this collectible. Once we get all the collectibles and then we get the 2 achievements tied to those, then we'll be wrapping things up. And getting close to the finale. As I mentioned a few times before, after this series is over, we're going to be turning our attention to Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories. I'm going to try and resume that series and try and get past my wall and try and like salvage my playthrough essentially. So that when I get past my wall and I salvage my playthrough, I'm ready to come back to that when I am able. And then we're going to be going back to Sims 3 Pets. Island looks like a horseshoe.
Stop right there!
I want my intel back and all collect missions completed. 45 gamer score. We're very close to getting max level 4 gorilla. Okay, so let's go ahead and extract to the agency safe house once again.
Stop right there, citizen!
We will save and quit, and before we wrap things up, we're going to be checking out the achievements because we got a decent amount of progress today. Got a very decent amount of progress. I also was not anticipating that mission where he killed those 2 guys whose name I already forget, but the son's the dictator, Mendoza. Not expecting that mission to be so freaking easy once I landed. I was not even intending to parachute right where those guys are walking out of the building. I was just trying to land so they can get in position. Because apparently what they're supposed to do is they're supposed to like stand on top of a stage and do a speech. And that's when you can do like an opportunity to attack them. I didn't get an opportunity to do that because when I was parachuting, I just happened to be parachuting near them. They saw me, they started running, and I just shot them in the back. We are now 54% complete with this game. Technically, we're a little bit more than that because 50 achievements and this 25 achievements would have gone us to 50%, but we are at 38 achievements now. It's kind of stupid how achievements work on this, percentages work in this game. It kind of works similarly to PlayStation. PlayStation, the percentage is based on the rarity of the trophy and the number of trophies as well. So if you get like, if there's like 10 bronze trophies, like 5 silver trophies and 3 gold trophies. Gold trophies will always be worth the most amount of percentage points, silver trophies be worth the second most, and bronze trophies would be worth the least. And it's kind of like the same thing here. Gamer score is what kind of dictates how much a percentage is worth. So because a lot of these achievements are worth 5 gamer score, it's not really like getting that much percentage. Despite me getting 38 achievements at 50. So I really should be in the 60s or 70s. But because I got so many 5 gamer score ones, it doesn't really count that. So we just have mission 14. I think the next story mission is actually the mission that will get us this achievement. In all story missions, liberate 22 provinces. We're actually maybe close to getting that. Liberate every province. Complete 30 takeover missions. Complete 45 takeover missions. These are only for the Rioja Cartel takeover missions. Complete every race. Race 1, Race 2, Race 3, Race 4, Race 5. There are actually 5 races left. One, 2, 3. 4, 5. There are 5 races left. Let's also check how many provinces we liberated. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Hold on, I miscounted. 2 from here. 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Oh, the next province we liberate will get us that achievement. That's awesome. We're really close to getting that. So next time, look at how much of the game we have left. We're in the home stretch right now. I could, in theory, like continue playing this just to try and get some more progress here, but I kind of want to take a break. I did a lot today. I did a lot. Next time, we will be liberating these 5 provinces, starting the next campaign mission, and getting started on and also getting a few more achievements. We will likely be getting. Well, we're going to be getting at least 2 achievements. Possibly. We're going to be getting at least 5 achievements, assuming we're able to liberate all 5 provinces. But we're going to be getting. We actually make it 6. So we may get this achievement. This is mission 14, but it's really mission 16 when it pops. We will get this achievement. We will get this achievement. And we will get 3 of these races achievements. And I don't know which 3 they are. So that will put us at 38, so 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. 44 50 achievements. We're getting close to the end here, guys. If you are remotely interested in what you see today, all the games I cover on my channel will be played for 100% completion. I'm going to be streaming Far Cry Just Cause 1 yet again on Saturdays, 1 p.m. to 5 Pacific Standard Time. I'm going to be playing Borderlands 3 for 100% completion on Sundays, 1 p.m. to 5 Pacific Standard Time. And I'm going to be playing Far Cry 4 for 100% completion on Fridays, 1 p.m. to 5 Pacific Standard Time. In addition to that, on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm going to be hosting a writer's workshop streams. I'm going to live stream myself working on my next book. If you want to understand my writing process, if you want to see what it looks like behind the scenes in drafting a novel, and if you want to get some overall advice in writing, feel free to check me out on those times. Additionally, on Wednesdays, I'm going to be hosting writers' analysis streams. I'm going to be analyzing some aspects of my book. This Wednesday will be focused on the aspect of my portrayal of heaven and what it was going to cover, what initially was designed to be, and the really rough draft prototype of my story and what it evolved into. I should make a formal announcement. Well, I should make a warning, I should say. Tuesday's stream may be canceled. Have jury duty that day. I have to call the day before after 5 p.m. to see if the jury duty was canceled, if the case was settled. If it isn't, then I have to go to court on Tuesday. And if I have to go to court on Tuesday, possible the court's case will not be settled by Tuesday. Maybe I'm going through the rest of the week. I am hoping. Don't want to say anything and jinx it. And I'm really hoping I don't have to go to court. I think I'll be bored out of my fucking mind just sitting in a courtroom. That's not something I want to do ever. But I don't know, eventually my luck will run out. Eventually I'll have to do jury duty for the first time. I just don't want it to be next week. In any case, that's going to do it for today. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all next time.